welcome to 3SP's Assembly. I really hope you enjoy it.
Today we reflect on our ancient Egyptian topic. To celebrate everything the river Nile gave the Egyptians, please stand to sing hymn number 34.
Amazing Egyptians, exciting Egyptians, amazing Egyptians, exciting Egyptians, ancient inscriptions, dramatic depictions from ages before us. Now here comes the chorus. To be amid the pyramids, to ride in style down the Nile, and a rare old time with the pharaoh, watching cats, cows, jams and crocodiles. He's looking anxiously back to Tutankhamun, come and take me back in time. Known as a nation for mummification, they wrote on papyrus and how they inspire us to be amid the pyramids, to ride in style down the Nile, and a rare old time with the pharaoh, watching cats, cows, jams and crocodiles. He's looking anxiously back to Tutankhamun, come and take me back in time. This was the nicest Osiris or Isis, Anubis or Horus, now acting the chorus. To be amid the pyramids, the ride in style down the Nile, having a rare old time with the pharaoh, watching cats, cows, ducks and crocodiles. He's looking anxiously back to Tutankhamun, come and take me back in time. He's looking anxiously back to Tutankhamun, come and take me back in time. He's looking anxiously back to Tutankhamun, come and take me back in time.
Ah, science at last. You're looking troubled, mighty Khufu. What's wrong?
I am troubled. We know Egypt is the greatest civilization in the world. But what have we given the world? How will we be remembered? Khufu, we have given many things to the world. Let us show you. How will you show me? We are sitting here in Egypt, unless you have some sort of magic portal which is going to show me the future.
Well, it just so happens. Ta-da!
How does it work? What am I going to see? We're just adjusting the settings to show a class assembly that is going to be held in the year 2021 AD. 2021 AD? I don't even know what that means, but it sounds like a magical free place. Hang on, I can't see anything. There we go.
The ancient Egyptians lived over 5,000 years ago. Egypt is in the northeast corner of Africa and the river Nile flows through the land. The ancient Egyptians lived beside the Nile because the river provided water and good soil for farming. It flooded once a year between June and September in a season called Ahet. The rest of Egypt was hot, dry desert, but it protected them from invasion.
In total, 225 pharaohs ruled ancient Egypt.
Tombs were mainly built for pharaohs or priests. Over 130 pyramids have been discovered so far. The Great Pyramid of Giza was ancient news to Cleopatra when she became queen in 51 BC. It was built at the same time as Stonehenge. The ancient Egyptian civilization ended with her death, the 1st century BC. That's 2,000 years ago.
That reminds me. How's my pyramid coming along?
Slowly.
How slowly? Come on, get to the point. It's the point we're trying to get to, Your Majesty. Cut the cheek.
In the Egyptian civilization, they built huge structures called pyramids as tombs for important members of society. Contrary to popular belief, they were built by thousands of skilled workmen and farmers. All thanks go to Imhotep, who invented the first design for the pyramids to improve the mastabas. It was cutting-edge technology. In the later years, tombs were dug into the side of hills and valleys. The most famous tomb discovered was the tomb of Tutankhamun. In 1922, Howard Carter and Lord Carnarvon were leading the dig in the Valley of the Kings when they made the greatest discovery in the world.
Good to see you, Lord Carnarvon.
Good to see you, Howard Carter. Listen, I'm getting a little bit late. You've had £1 million of it. You've not found anything. I can't keep paying you for nothing. Well, as it so happens, ta-da! A water boy found some steps, so we started digging. We've come across a door and the name in hieroglyphics says Tutankhamun. Well, let's not stand here all day. Let's see what's in there.
Ask for photos of Khamun and put in the top left of the door.
Can you see anything? Yes, this is a tomb with a view. Carter and Carnarvon had in fact discovered the tomb of Tutankhamun. Unlike many other tombs, his was still intact and hadn't been disturbed since it was sealed over 3,250 years before. Later that night, Carter wrote in his diary. At first I could see nothing. The hot air escaping from the chamber caused my flame to flicker. But presently, as my eyes grew accustomed to the light, details of the room emerged slowly from the mist. Strange animals, statues in gold, everywhere the gleams of gold. completely. These treasures had been stacked up, probably by thieves, shortly after the funeral. They obviously intended to come back, but thankfully something stopped them.
You mean there were thieves 3,000 years ago?
Too right, my friend. Who said that?
Who were you?
We are called hieroglyphs. Pardon?
Symbols are used to tell a story.
The very earliest type of writing.
How many of you are there?
Over 700 altogether.
700 letters. Now that's what I call an alphabet. Can you tell us the story of this fairy Tutankhamun? We know almost nothing at all about him.
Tutankhamun didn't work with his father's cult of Aten.
Hooray!
But he didn't really get a chance to do that chance.
He was only 9 years old when he became king. 10 years later, he was dead.
It was his biggest claim to fame.
In 1799, the Rosetta Stone was found in Egypt and became the key to decoding and understanding the hieroglyphs.
The stone had 3 pieces of writing on it, one in Demotic, one in Greek, and one in hieroglyphs.
This helped a Frenchman called Jean-Christophe Champlain to work out what hieroglyphs said.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Jean-Christophe. J'étais obsédé par l'Égypte ancienne dès l'âge de 7 ans. À 17 ans, j'étudiais des copies de la pierre de Rosette. Cela m'a pris presque 20 ans pour comprendre ce qui était dit.
Once they had been deciphered, the hieroglyphs provided the world a huge amount of details of everyday life in the Egyptians.
So even though our language will be forgotten, it will be rediscovered and they will know all about us.
Exactly. And talking of hieroglyphs, your scribes are here.
Oh, great.
This symbol of cup means cane. This symbol of wick means age. This chip is a U. This viper represents an F.
Another chip for a final year.
They have been practicing a charm phrase, Pharaoh. Would you like to hear it?
If I must.
Give me a cup, give me a wick, give me a chick, give me a viper, give me a chick. Put it all together and what have you got?
Yes, very nice. Roll them in honey so they can catch all the flies, will you? All that awful chanting has made my brain hurt.
Talking of brain testing, you might want to cover your ears for this next bit.
Why's that?
We're all going to hear about mummification. They'll talk of brains hurting, blood and organs being pulled out here and there and everywhere.
My dear, I've been planning on my trip to the afterlife for 17 years. I live for this stuff.
The Egyptians believed their bodies were required in the afterlife, so after they died, their bodies were embalmed and preserved. The embalmed bodies were called mummies.
The embalming process starts by
1. Wash the body with wine and water from the River Nile. 2. Remove that brain. Get a sharp hook and shove it up the nose. Jiggle it about, pull out the useless organ and chuck it away. They didn't believe the brain was important. Little did they know.
of the body and remove the internal organs. Yuck! Liver, stomach, lungs, intestines.
3. Put the liver, lungs, intestines and stomach into special jars called canopic jars.
5. Cover the body in a special salt called natron to dry it out. Leave for 40 days. 6. Remove the salt and stuff the body with spices, rags and plants. 7. Wrap the body tightly in linen. Now don't forget to tuck in the lucky amulets and chant the magic spells to activate them. 8. Place that into a coffin and place that into a sarcophagus.
Then stick the whole lot in a tomb.
Stick the whole lot into the tomb. They must not speak of me like that.
There's definitely Europe from the future, Your Majesty. They have the manners of a fellow baboon.
Yes, they do. Have we been on a journey today? You know what? I think our time has been very exciting indeed.
Indeed it was.
Please bow your heads for our prayer. Dear God, help us all and help the world to learn from the past, enjoying and celebrating the good things and learning from the mistakes. Fill us with happiness as we discover more about our wonderful world. Amen.
Amen.
Well, Year 3 watching here in the Reed Hall, and parents, friends and families at home and around the world, didn't we enjoy that trip into the ancient past to learn more about ancient Egypt, to imagine what it would be like to see a pharaoh being mummified and put into their tomb? And didn't they do that so well? I was very impressed with our brain hooking and all those other techniques that we showed. And didn't we learn lots? And shall we join together to say very well done to everyone in 3SP? Well done to the